Hello, everybody, and welcome back to BrokeN Boys. This is episode 229. I'm Mike.
And I'm Colin. Ooh,
And
that was gross. I'm Colin.
there, there he is. That's Colin. And before we get further into the episode, I'm going to be selfish for a second. And while viewer retention is possibly still here, I have an EP coming out on Friday called Cyclicism under the name Plaintive. And you should go stream it on Friday when it comes out. A link's in description. Okay, cool.
Do it.
Do it. Other than that, though, this week we're gonna talk about some stuff, some music releases and whatnot, and I definitely got things to talk about in my week. But
Yeah.
Colin, what do you got to talk about in your week?
Well, I mean, not too much. I just worked and worked. So just been doing that. Been playing more Schedule 1 with Ricky and Garrison. That's been fun.
How's the drug empire?
Oh, it's crawling. We started making meth.
Nice.
I put some chili powder in
Damn.
in the meth, and
Jesse reference.
Yeah, and it turned every time you like mix something into your product, it gives it a new name. And I think the chili powder meth was like flaming smegma or something.
Oh my god.
So flaming smegma is on the market, and it's thriving.
Wow. That's awesome.
But it's been fun. Been really enjoying that. And then also been playing Fortnite and such. But yeah, looking forward to. I think I'm gonna go get the new Donkey Kong game later after I get paid, because.
I was just gonna say I didn't know that came out. I haven't seen anyone make a video on that, I guess, yet.
It came out yesterday, and I've been hearing people say that's like one of the best platformers they've ever played. So I'm looking forward to it. I really liked Mario Odyssey, and it's by the same people. So, looking forward to that. Been watching some stuff. I went and saw Superman, which I really, really liked.
Nice.
It's very good. And James Gunn, I had faith in him, but now I'm very excited to see where the DC movies take us, because that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And it's also very pro-Palestine and anti-Israel, like in your face.
Yeah.
And it's I needed that as well, because in media you don't really see that anywhere.
It's got some stuff with like racial injustice too, right? Or immigration or something, right? Like just with Superman being an alien. Like that's what I've seen. Yeah.
Well, that's more in real life than anything.
Okay.
Like he's an immigrant from another planet, and he lives in America, and people on Fox News have been like, well, he's an immigrant, and he should just get out of here.
Wait, that's literally it? Like, there's no like plot points or anything around that?
I mean, there's like, there's a plot point where like he gets there's a message that was sent with him from his parents before Krypton was destroyed, and the first half is like, oh, you're a symbol of hope, and like save these people and help them, and then the second half is like, oh, the spoilers for Superman, but like the second half is like it's like rule over them as like their king, and spread your seed as much as you can, and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, and then everyone's like, oh, he's an alien and he shouldn't be here, and like he should be, we should be looking into like what his intentions really are and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So like it's kind of, but like it's not like a big plot point. That was more like in the real world. People were like,
Yeah. Just
Fox
dumbasses.
News didn't. Yeah, Fox News was having a slow day.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is
but
crazy
like,
during this week.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
But like the Israel Palestine commentary in the movie is like, there's this country that like is wanting to like help this poor country that's being ran by a tyrannical um not cult, but the like a gang or whatever, and they want to they want to go in with their tanks and their jets, and they want to like save them from this and like bring them to into their and take back what was theirs and such. And the country they want to take over is like farmers who don't have real weapons and are fighting with like machetes and knives and rakes, farming equipment and stuff. So it's like, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder. And then Lex Luthor is a billionaire who wants half of it to make his own like kingdom. And
I
it's
wonder
like,
who that
huh,
represents.
huh, huh. But it's like it's the movie itself is just like such good like hope core, which I haven't really experienced in media in so long. Especially in like superhero movies, like they've all been kind of dark and like have like other deeper meanings with like mental health and stuff, like, which is great to see as well. Because like Thunderbolts, which also came out this year, the MCU one, is like very into like mental health and being there for each other, which I also love that message. But like it wasn't like, it was kind of dark. But this one was like bright and just like Superman, and it wasn't an origin story, which I'm so glad. It was just like they threw it in, and it's just like, here's Superman, and it was sick. And David Cornsweet's a great Superman, and Nicholas Hoult is a great Lex Luthor. It's just everyone in the movie killed it, and I really liked it.
And Crypto's a good boy.
He
I'm
is
assuming.
kind of no,
Okay.
not really.
Oh,
He's
damn.
kind of an asshole, but you do feel for the dog sometimes.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie.
Sometimes you feel for the CGI dog.
Yeah. But it's just it's well done, and I really highly recommend it. I liked it a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I finished watching the new season of The Bear, which was also good and the opposite of Hope Core, as it usually is.
Nice.
But it's when the season first started, I was like, yeah, it's good. It's not as good as the previous seasons, and I still kind of hold that that opinion. But there are moments in the show that really made me like look at it and go, man, this is why I love this fucking show. It's so well written, and it's so down to earth. And like all the performances are amazing. I love Jeremy Allen White. I love Evan Moss Bacharach. I love Io Edebiri. Like everyone in that show is so good. There's a wedding episode where what's her name from Community? The blonde.
Which one? Oh, Gillian Jacobs.
Yes, Gillian Jacobs. She's like getting married to a character, and like they all and her daughter is like scared of like doing a daddy-daughter dance, and so they all like sit under a table, and the entire like cast and guest characters join under the table and talk about like their biggest fears and stuff, just to like make her not scared anymore. And it's like so sweet and cute, and like while the rest of the show is like, we gotta get a Michelin star, we're running out of money, we're running out of time, oh fuck. It's like it's just like really, really well done, and I think season 5 is definitely going to be the last season, which is okay. I think that it should, while I would love to see more of it, they should finish while they're ahead, and while they're up, and it's great. I still recommend The Bear. Great show.
Cool. Yeah, it's one that like I do think I'll get around to at some point.
Yeah, I think you should. Great.
Yeah.
And then I listened to Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips.
Mm.
Because I was hearing good things. Fantano gave it a 10. I was like, oh, okay. Well.
Yeah.
And I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. Like, I don't think it's like mind blowing. I don't think I love it as much as a lot of people do, but there's good stuff on it. I like the lyrics and the flow across it, and there's some cool disses in there.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyler's verse and Kendrick's verse are great, and Pharrell's production across the whole thing is really, really well done. But it's good, but I don't think it's not my favorite hip hop of the year.
Yeah.
When you got like Little Sims and McKinley Dixon,
Mm-hmm.
like those albums are killer, and this one was like, it was good. I had a good time with it. I really liked the Fetty Wap line on that one song.
Oh, I
Uh,
must have missed that in the multiple times I've listened to that album.
I think it's on FICO or something, but it's like, the coke's so good, you're like doing it with one eye closed, Fetty Wap, or something like that.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
And it's it's a good record, but I don't think I've only really given it one solid listen, so it might grow on me, but as it
Yeah.
stands, I think it's good, but not as amazing as people are touting it.
Yeah.
And then work this week. There was one funny thing on Wednesday. We were just working. The sky's looking like it's gonna rain. It's like storms. Like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
People won't be coming through the drive-through. That's great. I love that. The wind's picking up. It starts to rain. It's like people are still coming through. It's like, okay, there's a few stragglers, and then all of a sudden I'm like making fries, and the power just.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. And like that like when the power went out, it was the quietest that restaurant's ever been.
Wow.
And it was like peaceful.
It was a moment of peace before the chaos.
It was, like, honestly. And then like a couple seconds later the power comes back on. It's like, oh, okay, back to business.
Wait, was
And
it only a
then
few? Oh wait, okay, sorry, I'll let you keep talking.
and then a few moments later it went back out.
Yep, okay. I was gonna say, how'd you get a video in time?
Yeah. But it was, and then it'd been like 10 minutes and was still out, and we're like, okay, well we got to waste all this food now because can't serve it if it's not going to stay warm. And we started like cleaning and stocking, and like 30 minutes later it was still out. We were just talking and like gossiping and such with each other, and our boss was there when it went out, but he went to the office to get something, and then he came back through the drive-through and like talked to the manager that was there, and then just left for good, and the power was still out, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I don't mind if he's gone.
Yeah.
And then like 45 minutes in, a manager was like, I'm gonna send you and Max home, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I would have preferred a little bit more money, and whatever. I'm not gonna complain about going home.
Yeah.
And so we went home, but like the store was like legit creepy with all the lights off. It was all just like floodlights and stuff in the back. And you could kind of see because there's lights coming through, like natural light coming through like the drive-through windows and stuff, but like you go into like the fridge and it's like legit pitch black, and it was like scary.
Yeah.
But it was just like felt like Five Nights at Freddy's a little bit.
The Ronald McDonald animatronics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Grimace is gonna pop out and eat your skin.
Yeah. Eat your ass.
Yeah. But Ricky sent this picture of the bathroom in the dark, and I edited it to make it creepy. I sent it in the general chat.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I spent way too long on that editing on my phone, but
worth it.
And yeah, it was cool. It was kind of scary, but and it was like weird because like there's been there was that time where there was like a legit tornado warning in the area a few months ago, and like the power stayed on. It was fine. The wind was crazy that day, but the power was still on. But then the wind picked up just right today to where the power on the street went completely out. And we went home, and Ricky had to stay because he wasn't off till like 11 that day. So they were like, people are gonna come in, but you're off later, so you gotta kind of stay and wait. And if it stays off long enough, then we'll send you home. But we need you.
Yeah.
Which kind of bullshit, but it's fine. And then like at 6, he was like, Miguel, our manager said that if the power stays off till 7, then I'll probably be able to go home early. I was like, oh cool. And then like at 6:30, he messages us and he's like, the power got back on.
Damn.
I was like, no. And it was like 3.5 hours with no power. So it's like,
yeah, that's quite a while.
Yeah, and like we got back to the apartment, and the lights were still all on and everything, and it's like didn't reach us, but
it's on the streets. That's interesting.
Yeah. But apparently our McDonald's doesn't have a generator either, so it's like which is weird as well, I think. But
I've been playing too much of Last of Us. When you said generator, I immediately thought of the button prompt and the animation.
But that was an interesting part of the week. There was a guy who was coming through the drive-thru when the power went out the first time, and I was taking his order, and then the power went out, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I came back, and I was like, and the headsets still weren't working. It was saying out of range. And he came up to the first window, and Max was back there, and we couldn't do anything. Our screens were all fucked up still. And then he comes up to the second window. He's like, hey man, they didn't take my order back there. And he shows me his phone while it's like pouring down rain. And then as he's showing me the phone, the power goes out again. He's like, I'm just gonna go home.
At least he wasn't an asshole about it.
Right. Like, good call, man.
That's funny. I'm just gonna go. It's literally.
But there were a couple people in the lobby that were kind of just like, sitting there waiting out the weather and stuff while the power was out. And the rain had stopped. The power still wasn't back on. So they were just kind of, there were a couple people just still sitting there. And it's like, whatever, if you don't have a ride, that's cool. But there was this one guy that just like was walking around the lobby with his music full blast, just like singing along. And I'm like, hey, man.
The dark lobby?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, it's not raining anymore. But that was fun. Interesting day at work that was. Yeah. But
better than the last day you were working at a food service place and the power went out.
That is true. Yeah. That. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah, when you sent that picture, that was immediately what I thought of. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no. Luckily, it wasn't Cheap Chicken Monday. So
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, that was basically my week, just work and games and listening and stuff. But how was yours, Mike?
Week was long. A lot of stuff happened over the past week. I guess just to get no, I'll start there. So something a little scary happened last Friday. And just to preface this story, I do want to say that everybody is all right. But my mom, aunt, and grandma all went on vacation last week, and they were coming home on Friday night. And on their way home in Ohio, they got T-boned at a red light.
Whoa!
Yes. They got T-boned, and well, we didn't know this at the time, but actually we got the police report recently. But the guy was going 40 miles an hour through a red light in Ohio, and hit them when they were going at 20 miles an hour. He hit the back of their car, but they spun a lot apparently and whatever. But I didn't know any of that at the time. All I knew, because I can't have my phone at work, I got out of work and immediately on my phone just get a text from my dad saying, hey, change of plans. Your mom, aunt, and grandma got in a car crash. They're being lifted to they're going to a hospital in Ohio and stuff like that. And I saw that and I was like, oh my God. Like that was probably the most fright or flight I've felt in a while. I just
Right.
had
Yeah.
I just said fright or flight, fight or flight. Um, yeah, that was uh, a really unnerving text to read right after
Hmm.
working a shift. Um, but yeah, they're all okay. Like I said, my mom and my aunts just kind of uh, probably bruises and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
uh, yeah, emotional damage probably. But
Yeah.
but my grandma, we were a little worried about there for a second, because after they brought her to the hospital, they I guess had, I don't know if this is called diagnosed, but they had told her that she had a couple broken vertebrae in the back of, or the top
Whoa.
of her neck, and that could have been serious or it could not have been serious, and they weren't sure. So she had to get lifted to another hospital in Ohio, a bigger one, I think, and more in like Cincinnati or something. Um, and but she ended up being okay. It wasn't anything serious, but it was nerve wracking though, because this is the same grandma that I'm forgetting when this was. Was it earlier this year? Maybe it was last year. Who had that stroke, and there was a lot of
Right.
stuff going on with that, and those two things could be, you know, it could have damaged some stuff with the combo of that. But she's all
Yeah.
good. She's just gonna be in a neck brace for a few weeks, but she's like in good spirits and everything. She's not like in pain or anything. So, well, at least that I know of. But yeah, that was a thing over the
Yeah. That's
weekend.
scary.
And I would have updated all of y'all if something more serious happened.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'm sure.
still pretty big. And my,
Yeah.
my my dad pretty much on a whim was like, "Well, I guess I'm going to Ohio. I'm gonna go get some sleep." I was like, "Yeah, that sounds about
Yeah.
right." Um, but yeah. Um, yeah, that's but that did really play into a lot of my fears of stuff. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it on this podcast before. Maybe I've mentioned it to you before. But like I do think genuinely my biggest fear in life is like spontaneous death and stuff like
Mhm.
that, like just like out of the blue, someone I know dying. Um
Yeah.
and getting a text like that, it was really nerve wracking to me when I read that at
Oh.
first, and I was thinking about it on my 2 minute walk to the car. But yes, I'm just thankful everyone's okay. But yeah, the crash was bad enough though that it like totaled my mom's car. Um, it the pictures of the car don't look that like they don't like it, like when I think of a car being totaled, I imagine like giant dents and like whatever in the car. But I think
Just like absolutely
it
crushed.
was, yeah, it was totaled in some way where like the frame was just bent out in a way that like it could not be repaired,
Um.
and like hit some stuff or whatever. But so yeah, we're on a rental right now, and then my mom's looking at getting the exact same car again because she just got that car like a year ago. But I guess another thing to add to it is that there were like three witness reports that all showed that my mom was in the right. She did nothing wrong. She was just going through a green light when it was a green light. And then the other guy was like 50 or something like that. It doesn't seem like he has insurance, but like not entirely. We're still trying to figure out that part. But
Yeah.
um, my mom is completely not at fault. So uh,
Good.
yes, that all is. This is probably the best outcome that could happen
Yeah.
from that news. um, but
I,
yeah. Yeah, so that's that. And then the next day, I had to work overtime on Saturday, and
uh,
it was ass.
I,
I mean, I got my $30 an hour, but that was also the latest I had ever left work before. Um, because it was just the person who was running our machine for our candy didn't really know how to run it, and they were going really slow for the first half of the day. And then the head guy really wanted to get that line done, wanted to get all the bags of candy done, and it was like 15 minutes before the shift ended, which is usually when we're leaving. And she came
Yeah.
over and she was like, how many more boxes we need?" And we were like, 54. And she was like, 54. And we were like, okay, we're gonna be here for a while. But it was me, another guy I've been working with all week, who's chill, and then like that old guy or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and um, yeah, so we were just kind of standing there getting a box like every minute or so. And then eventually it was like basically about 11, and I was about to just say, I'm going home. This is what I'm scheduled till, I don't care.
Yeah.
And but the old guy offered, he was like, you guys go on home, I can go finish these myself. They didn't have, the next shift wasn't coming in, which is also partially why the guy wanted to get it done. um
Uh,
but he told he told us the next day, though. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't get out of here till 11:45, which is 45 minutes
Jesus.
after our shift ends." And it's like, oh my god, it's insane. Um, but that kind of sucked though, because we also had like we got an earlier break that day. They sent us
Mhm.
to an earlier break, which sucks, because that means it's more time before or between when the shift ends and when you have your break. So like already mentally, I was just like, I feel like I've been here for 7 hours to just doing this. And yeah, that sucked. But I guess I made overtime. So yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. But and then Wednesday, while you were having fun in the dark, that was ass for me.
Uh,
um, I don't even exactly know what happened, but like we had some guys who were like fine on our line, but like they just kept on. It's hard to explain without like knowing the routine, but basically the routine is like you gotta watch out for when they are done with their pallet so that you can help them move another pallet, because you need
uh,
two people to move it, just for safety rules. And they just were not watching each other. So when every like time they needed to change it, there was probably like a solid 10 seconds where like all of their boxes were just passing by them when they could have had a pallet down and like putting it on. And then like that leads to a whole bunch of stuff of us having to help them out and them running down there and running back and forth because they're missing their boxes when they run down there. And just like it was there was a lot of that, which happens a lot. But we were doing it even more on that Wednesday than usual. And like
mm,
there was just like a 20-minute time period where like it was just a constant moving and constant like running back and forth. And like I needed to do some other stuff too, that were like specific to our like building thing or whatever, like opening up materials, and which is harder than it sounds. And yeah, it was just like a 20-minute period where I was just like, go 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 go. And then after that, I like was like really tired, like I was really sweaty, and I was just like, oh my god, I need to just relax for a little bit, just do our fucking boxes. um and then the old guy, he is like in charge of like the whole like line or whatever. And he does a thing where he like asks people if they need to use the bathroom and like get a drink of water, and then he'll like cover their spot for them. I know he does
mm,
that. And he asked it for like the first guy for us, and that guy went. And then there was a little bit of a brief period where our stuff stopped coming. So I was just
uh,
kind of like sitting there and just like getting a breath of air pretty much.
right.
And he like gives me like the hand wave motion, to like come over there. And I was like, what's up? And he was like, hey, since you're doing nothing, why don't you cover him for me or whatever? And then like he asked the guy next to him, and there's four people on our line. So, and like two of them were me and the other guy who were doing like the same type of boxes. Um,
Yeah.
so like he gets the second guy uh to go to the bathroom. And then the first guy comes back, and so then I was doing the second guy's thing, and he was like, all right, well, I need to go back down to my line. The old guy is what he said.
Uh,
So he
yeah.
just like fucked us over pretty much, and then left to go back to his own place. And so then like all of our stuff started coming again, and the other guy was in the bathroom for like 15 minutes. um
Jesus.
yeah, because people do that here. And it was just a whole mess of stuff, and then like I was super tired after that, like really exhausted. I started getting a headache, and probably just from sweating so much. And there's at one point I went to a little bit later, once everything was all sorted out. I went to go get a quick drink of water, and I walked by the old guy to do that. He was like, "Oh, what's the matter? You look unhappy or whatever." And I was like, "I'm just tired," because I didn't want to, vent to him or whatever. And he was just like, "Oh, you're tired. You want my job?" And I was like, I was so close to just like telling him to go fuck himself. I was
You
so
should have.
close. I was
You should have.
so close. And then like as I was walking back to my spot, he kept yelling other stuff too, because he's one of those people who just likes to provoke others just for fun. Like just be like a little annoying sidekick or whatever. And
Yeah.
I didn't even hear what he was saying, but like I just like kept walking. I was like, Jesus Christ, I fuck you. I hate you right
Yeah. Yeah.
now. I don't like you most of the time, but I hate you right now. But yeah, so then the rest of the day, just had that headache, and I was extremely exhausted, and just I got home and I just went straight to sleep pretty much. I mean, I took a shower and then I went straight to sleep. And yeah, that day sucked. But yesterday was fine.
Sounds like it.
So um, but got a couple more days, and then yeah, that's then it'll be the end of overtime. Um, but yeah, other than that though, I haven't really done too much. I mean, I guess I've been working on getting the achievements for peak, which is kind of fun, a little relaxing, and then doing a little bit of Last of Us as well. I did listen to the most reviewed thing this week was "Let God Sort 'Em Out" by Clips, and first listening to it, I was like, it's pretty good. I kind of the same thoughts that you had. Really like the wordplay and really like the production and stuff like that. And then I don't know, something happened in the middle of the week, and I was like, you know what, this is a 10. Um, no, I still kind of do feel like it kind of similar to you. It's really good, and I think it's like technically proficient in a lot of stuff. But I also just don't really think it's my type of sound thing that I would listen to regularly, or anything like that. But it is still very good for what it is. And like you said, there's a lot of like funny bars, and like the wordplay and like rhyme schemes and stuff like that are like really impressive throughout. That's the one thing I can
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I can see why people love this a lot. You mentioned one line, one of my favorites. I don't remember what song it's on, but there's some line where he ends the verse with like, "Let God take the wheel, like a Tesla" or something like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I thought that was just a really funny, clever line. Um, but yeah, no, I think it's good. It's just not really my thing. I guess I don't really know how I feel about like Pusha T and Malice as like, I don't know, like even though they have great like lyrical stuff going on, like I just feel like I don't find their voices all that interesting or something like that throughout. Um, I don't know. It's just like it's not quite my thing for it, but it is still very good, and I still like it quite a bit. Just not like, a 10 or number two on album of the year.
Yeah, seriously.
But you know, um, but yeah, that's pretty much my week. I don't really have much more for myself.
Yeah.
In music news, I only have one thing, but I'm sure there's other stuff that I'm forgetting that maybe you wrote down.
Yeah.
But the last dinner party, that the
Oh.
girl rockin' girl group from last year that I really enjoyed. They have a new album coming out
Ooh.
October 17th called "From the Pyre." And they released the first single I think yesterday, and it's called "This Is the Killer Speaking." Um, I think it's fun. I like it. I do kind of wish for a lead single it was a little bit more like, oh man, I'm super excited for this. That was really good. But it was just kind of like,
Right.
yeah, this is really fun. I like the vibe of it a lot. A lot of cool tempo changes. Very like ABBA kind of feeling. They always have that like 70s 80s type stuff to their sound. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, and then I guess Pantano gave a 10. I guess that's other music news.
Yeah.
Ninth album in music just dropped. And yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, big thing for 21 Pilots fans this week.
Mhm.
Tyler, well, first off, well, no, Tyler posted a video on Tuesday, where he wrote out the track list for Breach,
Mhm.
which is, it wasn't what the original like leaked track list was, which is fine, but the tracks go as such: City Walls, Raw Fear, Drum Show, Garbage, The Contract, Downstairs, Robot Voices, Center Mass, Cottonwood, One Way, Days Lie Dormant, Tally, and Intentions.
Mhm.
So that is the track list for Breach. 13 tracks. Pretty excited for that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. I like some of the names on here. Like Raw Fear, I think is really sick.
Yeah, someone pointed out how that's probably an anagram for warfare. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Drum Show. Maybe we'll get some sick drummage on there from Josh.
I hope it's a piano ballad.
That'd be funny.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, Cottonwood. There was also they did like a Instagram live stream the next day where they like showed off some lyrics and some snippets of songs as
Mhm.
well. And Cottonwood, I think it was Cottonwood, was like, I can't believe you're actually gone forever or something like
Oh
that.
shit.
And I was like, ooh, I wonder what that's about.
I watched that live stream, but I like purposefully didn't pay too much attention to it because I didn't want to
Okay.
like, I mean, like I'm fine with you talking about it. I'm just like I didn't notice that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But and Mike was like, yeah, it sounds pretty piano heavy, and
Mhm.
I'm very excited for that if that's the case. But
Probably a lot
it
of
is,
piano riffs. I would imagine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not coming out September 5th. It's coming out September 12th.
Mhm.
The week after. So we have 12 days to learn the album between our concert and the album,
Yeah. I
which is
mean,
better than some people who go to opening show. So it's like they have 6 days.
yeah.
But
I think it's better than the Trench show too, isn't it?
pretty sure,
That was
yeah.
pretty because we went to see Bandito tour in Chicago, which was I
Mhm.
think the second tour date of that tour. Um,
It was pretty early on, yeah.
it was very early on. I remember. I think it was. I don't even think we had 12 days. Like it might have been like 8 or something. But
Mhm.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
that's super sick.
Yeah.
They're avoiding the the Sabrina Carpenter effect, by delaying it a week and
Hmm.
uh, putting it a week after, which it's fine, but it's kind of fucked up that it's happening again a week, delaying it a week when we got excited for the first one,
Hmm.
like with Clancy.
I'm gonna be
Um,
completely honest. I did not remember that it was September 5th. So like
no,
to me, it's like no effect. But
no,
I
it
feel for
really
you.
doesn't. It's really no effect. I'm just excited for it either way. But
Yeah, yeah.
and then so
Um,
that's cool.
and yeah, I guess sorry just to cap that off. That probably is the first time I've been like, because they've had leaked track lists before. I remember
Mhm.
Trench was a big one for that. And and I remember from that first leaked track list on Trench, I was like, that shit's fake. But I think did Clancy have one too? I think it might have.
It
Um,
probably did.
but this was the first time I was actually tricked by one. Like I actually did think that leaked
Yeah.
track list was real. Like they chose good titles that time around. I was like, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I do wish Drag Path was real because that's a cool song
right.
title.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's neat. I'm very excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Quanka,
Mm-hmm. Something like
he
that. Quiznos.
yep,
Yeah.
Quiznos, yeah, maybe. But there's a visual like movie, quote unquote movie that's being released alongside Vanisher, Horizon Scraper, um which is screening on July 21st and July 22nd in New York City and LA, which could mean that the album is coming very soon. I mean, I would think so.
I mean, he did say July, and even like at the beginning of July, he was like, "It's July," with like a picture of Vanisher or something. And I'm a little. I mean, obviously, I'm very excited for that album. But I do think he might be dropping on the same day as me. And while in the grand scheme of things, you're like, who the fuck is Quaideka? He's not going to impact my streams. I was planning on promoting my EP to the music nerds, who will be going rabid over Quaideka that night.
Yeah,
So, but you know, I'll figure something out.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
My Chemical Romance started their Black Parade Forever tour last Friday, which you know, it looks super cool. I've been kind of spoiling it for myself, but I'm okay with it.
I heard they went woke.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. People have zero media literacy, and yeah, so they're playing the Black Parade in entirety, and then like doing an encore with like 10 other songs from other albums. But you know, it's like a stage play. There's a lot of theatrics and stuff. It's very like there's like a whole dictator character that they're like living under, and they're kind of like be the voices for, I guess. And you know, they had a whole portion of the show where they had people in the crowd with like yay or nay signs to like vote. And they you know, they did the whole voting thing, and then on the B stage there was 4 people with bags over their heads and their hands handcuffed behind their backs, and then like as they were voting there was like cardboard cutouts of soldiers with guns pointed, and then Gerard, you know, counts down, he's like fire, and then all the people that they were voting for died, they got shot. You know, and the people online, there's this one video in particular where this mom, I'm pretty sure it was a mom who might have just been dragged there and like liked them back in the day or whatever, but she was like sitting there eating, and then she's like, I don't understand all this dictator, all this imagery, like what are they doing? And like the description was like goose step marches, dictators, like what is this? Like it's like, hey man, the Black Parade, kind of a political record, pretty political band.
My favorite pro-war album, the Black Parade.
Pretty political band. They only came into existence because of 9/11, but you know, and then people like selling their tickets because of wokeness. It's like, you know, I can't believe Rage Against the Machine went woke. Like
somehow I can't even really like you know, dictate why. But like people accusing My Chemical Romance of going woke is even more wild to me than Rage Against the Machine going woke. I think because like Rage Against the Machine, it's like if you just like turn off your head to the lyrics and just pay attention to heavy aggressive music, I guess I can kind of see how someone could be dumb enough to do that. But My Chemical Romance, like, how do you look at those guys and like, yeah, those are conservatives?
Hey man, good question. Gerard Way has worn a dress on stage many times. And he's also talked about how much he loves all the gay fans and how much all of them support, you know, everybody. But you know, it's fine. But that was pretty funny. I'm very excited for that show.
Next, you're gonna tell me Chapel Roan's going woke.
Right? Yeah. I am a little nervous to go by myself with it being a whole football stadium, but you know, it'll be cool. I'm very excited still. And then another concert, something happened on Wednesday nights. Coldplay did a show in Boston, and you know, they do this like thing. They do kind of like a kiss cam, I guess, where they like show the audience and like having like loving each other, the couples loving each other and having a good time. And they put into this one couple, and they instantly like kind of fold, and Chris Martin's like, "Hey, look at these two." And they kind of, and the guy was holding the woman behind her, and he like kind of like crumples, like goes prone, and then she turns around with her head in her hands, and Chris is like, "Whoa, wait, no, it's okay, it's okay." And he's like, "Either they're having an affair or they're just really shy." And it turns out it was option A.
Yeah.
It was like the CEO of like an astronomy company, and like another CEO, I think. And they're both married, and they're having an affair with each other, and just like holding each other at a Coldplay concert, which is fucking hilarious, dude.
It's
Holy
really
shit.
funny. Yeah.
Imagine your affair being outed at a Coldplay concert of all things. It's like people are like, if you just like, if they just played it off like nothing, nothing would have happened. Like, looking as guilty as they did, obviously, they're gonna be outed for this thing, and people are gonna go, "Oh, hey, those guys kind of look familiar, and we should probably get in contact with their wives." But like nobody's streaming the fucking jumbotron footage of a Coldplay concert,
Right.
or anything. So it's like, fuck cheaters, for obviously,
Yes.
but like they could have played that off a lot better.
Yeah, because they made, it was very obvious.
Very hilarious, dude. And Chris, just like Chris Martin, like fucking pulling that out was like hilarious, dude.
He's quick with it.
Yeah,
he's a funny guy. Yeah,
he's a quick-witted Brit.
Mhm.
He is. But yeah, that was really funny. And then as we got a surprise Justin Bieber album last week, we got a surprise Travis Scott record this week.
Yes.
Which I haven't listened to, probably won't listen to.
Yeah. I know
pretty low scores.
Yeah, I know. I like to keep up with like our artist analysis people. But this one is listed under Jack Boys, and when I go to Travis Scott's oh, actually, it's even listed as a compilation rather than an album.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what? That's just like two reasons not for me to listen to it. So,
it's also 17 tracks and 55 minutes. So, it's also a problem there. Fantano's 2 review is "It Sucks So Bad" on Album of the Year, which is really funny as well.
Yeah, those track lengths and not track lengths, but the track list length. If I remember correctly from Travis Scott's artist analysis, he was very good at making over bloated albums. So unsurprising.
That is true. And then also Tyler the Creator has been teasing something for July 21st.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Tyler the
what
Creator
happened
at the Quadeca show.
Interesting. I could, I there's a world where that happens.
I guess so.
And then Man-Made Sunshine, which is Connor Mason of the singer of Nothing But Thieves, has also been teasing more Man-Made Sunshine music on TikTok and such. So that's cool. I liked that EP that he released a couple years ago, and I'd be looking forward to hearing some more stuff from him as a solo artist. Yeah, artiste. I think that's all the music news I have.
Yeah, I think that's about all I have as well. Although I do want to mention a joke that you made that was funny. Because we were talking about the 21 Pilots release dates. And you're like, yep, September 12th or whatever. And I was like, there. I saw when I was looking at album of the year, I saw someone else point this out, but they were it's the same day as the Maruja album. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna be eating really good that night. I just realized right now I got to figure out which one of those I'm listening to first. Damn. But I pointed that out to you, and you're like, those pop girlies always get in the way of 21 Pilots releases. That was very funny. But
those damn Swedish.
Nope. British.
British.
Yeah. I think you're thinking of Viagra Boys. They're Swedish.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that's very similar bands.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure.
yeah, I'm pretty funny.
Hmm.
Follow me on Twitter, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't,
Follow me on
um,
Letterboxd. I'm really funny.
um, and some, some world news, I guess. As Trump and Elon had their breakup
Hmm.
earlier this year, there's been another big problem in the world of Trump and a former lover of Jeffrey Epstein.
Hmm.
Um, he's been dead a while, but they've been dealing with the files and such, which Trump last week was like they don't exist. It was a ploy by Obama and Biden and Kamala.
And Crooked Hillary, don't
They
forget.
they made them all up and they're not real. And some of the MAGA base have been kind of going, "You're lying to us. Why are you lying to
How
us?
could you do this?
You've never lied to us. Why are you lying to us right now?"
Yeah.
And they've been burning their merch and stuff, which has been really funny to see. Yeah, and people have been like, yeah, so there are logs and they're real, and yeah, I forget which publication post or wrote about it, but there was a major newspaper that released, I think it was a Washington Post, maybe they released a story about how there's a birthday card that Trump sent Jeffrey Epstein, where like the tagline on it that he wrote was like, "Happy birthday, Jeff. May next year bring another beautiful secret," or something like that. Which pretty damning. um,
Yeah.
uh, it's just like obviously he's fucking lying. He's been lying.
Oh yeah.
He's been having. Oh, he's been having a week, man. I gotta say, I haven't been like watching it too closely, but like when something comes across my feed and and it's like, yeah, he's just like people are asking about it, and he's like, stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein, come on.
Why are we talking about this guy?
Well, he's not even. He's dead, guys. Like he's a creep. And also like outside of Trump with the Jeffrey Epstein thing, another person's been being pretty weird about it. Stephen King, who has written
Okay.
a billion
Yeah.
fucking horror novels. He wrote It. He wrote The Shining. He wrote Salem's Lot. Like all these huge books. He's a major horror author. He's been very vocal about hating Trump and being liberal and all these things. But this week he's been pretty weird about the Epstein list. He's been like, yeah, it's not real. It's yeah. He's like it's real, like the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. And people are like,
This doesn't help his defense with that one scene in It where all the kids have an orgy. Yeah.
Yes. Stephen King. Yeah, if you don't know, as Mike just said, in the book version of It, there's a two in the movie they have to like kind of like get rid of their innocence in a way by like creating like a blood oath. But in the book, to get rid of their innocence, they have an orgy when they're like 12 years old. Which ew. Disgusting. And it's kind of overlooked. It's talked about by people who go, that's kind of weird, but it's kind of overlooked in the grand scheme of things. But he's been really weird about the fact that like Jeffrey Epstein's list isn't real, the flight logs don't exist, and all these things. And it's like, Stephen,
yeah,
you're on those logs, huh?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, for somebody who's been very open about like hating Trump and like talking about how much of a liar he is for the past like 10 years, and all of a sudden he's like, guys, it's not real.
Yeah.
It's like, buddy, ew.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. And then another thing with Trump is he was diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency. People had been noticing that like he's been covering up bruises on his hand with makeup. and his ankles have been swelling like real big.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Ooh, something's wrong with him," and it turns out it's just that, which is like normal for old people.
Yeah.
It's not gonna it's probably not gonna cause anything serious in terms of like dying or anything, which bummer. But but that was something as well. It's just been like really funny because like his makeup has been really really bad. It's always been bad, but it's been like really bad recently. Like his orange tan has been like really gross looking, and and the makeup on his hands was like super obvious looking, and it's like you weren't even trying to hide that at all.
Yeah.
But it's like they'll get him someday, but
Yeah.
this chronic thing is not what's going to take him, unfortunately. But yeah, and then Stephen Colbert, who's a big late night show host. He hosts the Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Oh, he does that one.
Yes. and he's very liberal, and he talks about how much he hates Trump all the time. And CBS and another company have been doing a merger, and they've been they've been appeasing to what Trump wants and like what they don't want to see on television and everything. And Stephen Colbert has been like very open about how that's not cool and like that's gross and like you shouldn't be doing that. So CBS was like, all right, we're canceling you. We're canceling the show. And it's been going for 30 years, and they decided they said it's due to financial reasons. Which he's like the highest viewed late night person as of right now, which is like bullshit first off. And it's just like to punish him for like kind of not being on their side and voicing his opinion on a fact that like this is gross and like that shouldn't be happening. Which is scary in terms of what they're like stopping from being on the air and on television and kind of censoring things that shouldn't be censored. But in terms of, I like Stephen Colbert. I think that he's a good host, and I like his a lot. He's not as cool as like Conan to me, but I do hope that like in this last year that he just kind of like goes scorched earth and he fucking goes at him for a while. Because he should, because he's been a staple of like late night TV for like I said, like 20-30 years. So it's like go at him, get him Steven. But that's kind of scary news. But I think that might be all the world news that I have as well.
Cool. I can't think of anything else at the moment.
Right.
Yeah. Other than Plaintive album EP coming out Friday. World news.
World news.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Cyclicism.
Plaintive. Yeah. And I mean, we can get into song of the week.
I mean, if you're ready.
I mean, I should be because I am up first, and I definitely know what I want to choose this week. You know what? It was a big thing that came out this week. And there was one track on here that I did really like, and I think it's really really highlights some really strong lyrical content from the Bois clips. And it's the first song on the record called oh my god, why is my shit not working? Okay, called "The Birds Don't Sing" by Clips. That's what I'm choosing. Yes.
It all hits different, my list. The birds don't sing.
All right, that was "Birds Don't Sing" by Clips. What'd you think of that, Colin?
It's a really good opener. I like that song a lot. It was when I started the album, I wasn't expecting it to sound like that, and pleasantly surprised. John Legend sounds really good on it. and I like a lot of the lyrics on it, especially when John Legend is singing. It's like the birds don't sing; they scream in pain. It's like, ooh, whoa,
Yeah.
But it's a great song. I like it I really like it as an opener. And good song.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've even from the first listen, I thought that was a really powerful track. Just like talking about the deaths of their parents. I didn't know, I guess to expose myself on my level of knowledge on Clips, I didn't even know they were brothers the first time I listened to it.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
it,
that.
yeah, so it's two brothers talking about first the passing of their mother and then the passing of their father, which I think I saw in like an interview or something that was only a few weeks apart or something like that.
Oh,
And I don't know, just all the details that they put in there, it's just very heartbreaking. And like I was talking about earlier in the episode, spontaneous death and stuff like that is something that's a little scary to me. And them talking about them not knowing and like seeing the signs later and stuff like that. It's just a very powerful track. I think it's really really well written. And I love the production on it. And John Legend, like you were saying, I think does great on it too. And yeah, nice little outro from Stevie Wonder as well. And
oh yeah.
yeah, that's just one that has really stuck with me. And I think is probably my favorite on that record. So
Okay.
yeah, cool. What are you feeling?
Well, I think I'm gonna take a trip back to Ethel from last week.
Oh.
That I didn't highlight. You okay with like kind of a longer one?
Yeah, yeah,
Not like super long, but longish.
yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with A House in Nebraska by Ethel Cain.
Okay.
But I still call
All right, that was A House in Nebraska by Ethel Cain. What'd you think, Mike?
I thought that was pretty beautiful. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm not sure if Nebraska's ever been sang about so longingly before. But yeah, no, I think there's a lot of great lyrical content on there, and if there's anything I learned from that EP from earlier this year, which is my only exposure to her, she's very good at those long, slow builds. Very
Yeah.
that's kind of her bread and butter, and she does it very well. And yeah, I thought that was a really nice track. I really liked. I think like the last like 2 or 3 minutes, especially like the instrumental stuff gets really pretty and ambient there, and then nice finish out on it too. Yeah, it's just a really great paced track. Sounds great. Like it.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's really sad. It's just like it's one of the songs on the record where I was listening to it for the first time. I was like, God damn, that is really really pretty. And yeah, it's just it's only the third song on the record, and there's a bunch of really pretty other songs as well, like Thoroughfare, which is like almost 10 minutes, and like I was considering a few weeks ago to pick that one. But it's really really pretty as well. And the lyrics on that one especially are really good. But I love the lyrics on A House in Nebraska. It's like really devastating and really just longing. It's just great. She makes really beautiful music, and I'm interested to see how I Love You, Willoughby, whatever,
Willoughby Tucker, I'll always love you. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very interested to see how that one turns out. And you only got till August 8th, so
Yeah.
Yeah, a great song. I would recommend that record for sure.
Cool. Yeah, it's definitely on my list. Actually, I probably should listen to that before August 8th, because the second album is almost absolutely going to be the most reviewed thing on album of the year that week. But yeah, great pick.
Yeah, there's also a reason that the dad on Turning the Tables cried at like every song. So.
Right, true. I didn't know it was every song, but
pretty much every song. I think like he was like 4 for 4, and he was like, I can't cry 5 songs in a row. I can't do it.
Yeah. That's great. But yeah, cool. Well, before we start doing some wrapping up, we got a wheel to spin.
Sure
Um,
do.
every week we do this
Week.
segment called Artist Analysis. Not every week, but every 5 episodes we do a segment called Artist Analysis where we listen to the discography of an artist. We listen to all of their albums, and then we you know we review them and we talk about them. It's always a good time.
Sure is.
And we spin a wheel to choose that. Once
Yeah.
Colin's ready to
We got
stream.
a bit of a modified wheel this week just because
Yeah.
we have a busy week next week. So
Um,
but
so yeah,
yeah.
we should
Let's
spin that wheel.
give it a good old spin here.
What are we gonna listen to this week? Oh, 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 okay. Oh, Planet
okay,
movie.
all right.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. Well,
It was
I guess
really
we'll.
holding out for Drake there, but
Yeah, for a sec there, I was thinking it might happen, but but yeah, we'll have to call up Plaintive, see if he can make it out next week, and do an interview for his new EP.
yeah.
Yeah. I hope you prepared your questions, because I'm planning on ditching next week. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's kind of scary. I mean, I did it once before, but
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to do a duo this time, but that's fine. It's fine.
Maybe next time. Oh shit! Let's spin this wheel. That's so funny. That's a great cap to that bit.
DJ Academics be like, what am I going to listen to tonight?
But cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week, cyclicism will be out, and we'll talk about it. Well, Colin will talk about it with Plaintive. Ask him a bunch of questions about his favorites. Sandwich from Jersey Mike's, and something else. I don't know.
And whether he likes it, Mike to have his way with it.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, does he like it Mike's way, or does he make it Mike's way himself? Because
yeah, exactly.
Technically, that's also Mike's way.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know. But unless you got anything else, we can wrap up a little bit here.
There was one thing that I thought of.
Okay.
It was the they released the trailer for the next Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
And Carl Urban, who plays Butcher in The Boys, is playing Johnny Cage in the movie.
Okay.
And he's speaking in an American accent, which is like, it's fine, but every time he talks, he like almost goes into Butcher, and it's really fucking funny because like he'll be like, "That's from the 90s," and it's like, and he talks like this the whole time, and every time. He almost goes into Butcher every single time, and it made me laugh really hard watching the trailer.
Yeah.
But the first one was just okay, but I like Carl Urban, so I'll definitely watch it when it comes to streaming.
There you go. You are the problem with moviegoers.
Hey,
man. No, that movie deserves that. But probably, I don't know. Mortal Kombat movies, those are a thing. But cool. Well, dear listener, we thank you for making it this far. Audio listeners, we love you to death. As we always say. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, I don't know what they call it, or any other streaming service, make sure to give us that 5-star Aruni or full stars or whatever rating system they may have. But you can also come on over to YouTube, where we are under the same name, BrokeN Bois, capital N BOIS. And you can see our beautiful profile pictures. For me, I've got my my EP promo art, I guess. It's just the cover art, but zoomed in. Yeah, it got that on my side, and you got Superman looking at Earth. With
Yeah.
crypto.
Yep. He's got
Yes.
crypto tugging him on his shoulder, looking at Earth from the moon.
It's beautiful, and you gotta come see that. Our colors are a little less drab this week because of you, Colin.
You're
And yeah, you can come on over to see those, but you can also see a whole bunch of stuff in the description. For one, we've got the Song of the Week playlist, that segment that we did before spinning our artist analysis wheel. And yeah, Song of the Week playlist. We've been doing that segment since the first episode of the podcast. And so we got long playlists down there with a lot of great songs from every week of our history since 2021. And yeah, you should go check those out. We got 3 playlists down there. We got one for me, we got one for Colin, and we got one for both of us combined. And in those playlists, you can find A House in Nebraska by Ethel Cain, or the song I chose, which is Birds Don't Sing by Clips. You can find those in those playlists. Go check them out.
hell yeah.
For me, I've promoted a few times throughout the episode, but I make music. Well, I've got links down there for my stuff, but like I said, new music coming out Friday. I have Open Up is already out. You can get your first little teaser of the EP, and you should do that.
Yeah.
It's down
And
there.
if you want to do one thing for Mike on the week of his birthday,
Oh yeah,
is go listen to his EP,
yeah.
Sickless.
Cyclicism, yes. I know it's a little hard to spell, but that's why we got links down there.
So go listen to it. Go to album of the year. Say
Mhm.
happy birthday, Mike. And this is a great album.
Yeah,
Rate it 100.
exactly.
Bot Mike.
Yeah, please bot me, daddy. And um,
Hard.
but yeah, links to Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, what have you, down there. YouTube, I've got down there too. I posted a piano cover of The Contract too for
Yes, you did.
for all our top heads out there, for all our top havers. And yeah, I've got my album of the year page too, where I rate and review music, and I have my Instagram and my TikTok down there. And dear viewer, oh, what is my relation to you, dear viewer? Colin's chuckling over there.
Yeah, I am doing a little bit of chuckling because I'm seriously wondering what you're gonna do this week.
Yeah, me too. And I mean, was it last week that I just jumped into Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for some reason?
She sure did.
I
Yeah,
sure did.
there is a sequel to that movie. Just kidding.
I don't even remember what happened to that sequel. They were in a spaceship at some point. I remember that. But okay, dear viewer, in honor of my EP, this week I am kind of in front of you, but kind of not behind. Or shit. Kind of in front of you, kind of behind you. I am this, just like in my profile picture and on the album cover of my EP. I am this little ghostly figure, like a little silhouette, watching you. I'm like your. Oh, here you go. I'm your shadow. I'm your shadow, dear viewer. That is me. Every time you cast a shadow, I'm hiding in there, and always have been. And good luck, Colin, with that one. And Colin over here, he runs our socials. He runs both our Instagram page and our TikTok page, where he posts funny clips of us being goofy little dudes. And you should go check those out and support him. And he also runs our Twitter page, where he updates whenever videos are posted, along with anything else that needs to be updated. So just go check those out, give him some love. But he also has personal stuff too. He has a album of the year page where he rates and reviews music. And he's also got a letterbox where I'm sure you can read a Superman review as we speak.
Sure can.
And you should. You can and you should.
Please.
Yeah. Please, 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 please. And go check those out. Give him some love. He needs it. And Colin, what is your relation to our dear viewer?
Oof. You know, when you said that you were going to be both in front and behind of our dear viewer, I thought you were going to make like a bicycle cyclism joke, and you're going to be riding in a circle around them. But you know, this is fine. We're in the vein of and for our Bear in the Big Blue House heads out there, a show that I used to watch when I was little.
Okay.
A big bear puppet, and throughout every episode, he would go around his house and he'd go, where oh where is Shadow? Where oh where is Shadow? Where could Shadow be? I'm gonna be doing that, just kind of like talking to myself as I'm like looking at the ground, looking through all the shadows, and I'm gonna bump into this person on the street. And I'm gonna go, oh, sorry, because I was looking down looking for shadows, and I'm gonna go, hey, your shadow kind of looks familiar. Your shadow looks like my dear podcast host. And they go, and after they get their bearings from me ramming into them from while looking down,
Bearings.
Bear, Big Blue House, and he, our dear viewer is gonna go, podcast, you have a podcast, and they're gonna look up after putting their glasses back on. They go, oh, the Broken Boys podcast. I'm gonna go, damn right. And your shadow down there is my dear podcast host. He's been getting away from me recently. So I'm gonna have to take him back, but your shadow will come back soon. Don't worry. And they're gonna go, oh, it's okay. Is it possible to even do this thing that you do at the end of every episode? Since he's a shadow right now, and I'm gonna go, I don't know, but we're gonna try. If you want one, of course. And the reviewer is gonna go, of course, I would love an embrace right now.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna hug the viewer. Let's go. And I'm gonna hug the viewer from in front, and Mike's shadow is gonna hug them from behind. It's gonna cause a little bit of a cold feeling on the back of our dear viewer's neck, like a ghost. Yeah. Yes, I hate that fucking term, dude. And we're gonna Mike's shadow is gonna embrace him from behind. I'm gonna embrace him from in front, and I can't really kiss you this week, Mike, but I'll make the motion to do so.
Okay.
And I'll feel a cold little touch on my lips, and maybe from your tongue in my mouth a little bit too, because you're getting freaky this week. And this embrace is what we like to call the love cage. And if you would like your very own love cage, dear viewer, all you must do is drop your address in the comments below, and we will find you. You won't know when, you won't know where, but we will find you and give you your very own love cage. So drop that addy.
Hell yes. You should go do that, and you should also go stream Cyclicism when it comes out.
Do it
Friday. And I guess if you want Wish Me a Happy Birthday, it'll be a day late by the time this episode comes out. But
that's all right.
That's a little egotistical for me to ask someone to wish me happy birthday, I guess. But
do it anyway.
Yeah.
Do it for me if you're gonna do it for anybody.
Exactly. Don't wish me a birthday for me. Wish me a birthday for Colin.
Yes, because I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
Won't be the first. But come back for an interview with Plaintiff next week. Happy birthday, Mike.
Okay,
we love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.